Alright, so today I'm gonna do a movies tier list. So let's get started. First off, we got Back to the Future. Now, I like the part where he kissed his mom, but other than that, I just can't get into this movie. Time travel is a scientific impossibility. It just pulls me out of the whole experience. It totally breaks the immersion. This movie just isn't realistic. F tier. Next up, we got Sharknado. Sharknado is an epic, realistic, super immersing tale about a tornado of sharks. The acting is unparalleled, and the best part of the movie is the moral of the story about the human condition. Sharknado paints a shocking but accurate picture of human morality by showing us the simple fact that a tornado of sharks can eat and kill us. Sharknado is going into the S tier. Next up, we got Sharknado 2, the second one. This is probably the best title for a sequel of all time. If it were just called Sharknado 2, how would I know that it's a sequel? It could just be two Sharknados. But because it is called Sharknado 2, the second one, I know that it is indeed a sequel. This movie also features not one, but two incredible tornadoes of sharks. This movie is going to the S tier. Next up, we got Jaws. Jaws is about a shark. One shark. It expects us to be scared of one shark? One shark? One shark just isn't scary. Now, if it were a lot of sharks in, say, a tornado, then it would indeed be scary. But one shark isn't scary. But Jaws does still have a shark. So instead of the F tier, it's going to the D tier. Next up, we got Sharknado 3, Oh Hell No. Oftentimes, the third movie in a series tends to suck, but this movie is even better than the first. This movie made me cry multiple times when the main character gets eaten by a shark. It was so sad. But then, when he re-emerged from the shark's belly and he was okay, I still cried, but they were tears of joy because of how incredible the moment was. This movie also has sharks in space, so obvious S tier. Next up, we got Sharknado the Fourth Awakens. This movie has Sharknadoes with fire and lightning, S tier. Next up, we got Sharknado 5 Global Swarming. This might surprise the casual watcher, but this movie was actually a metaphor for global warming. Also, this movie had some time travel, which is honestly quite epic, going to the S tier. Next up, we got The Last Sharknado. It's about time. In this movie, they go back in time to ride dinosaurs and kill Hitler and get Ben Franklin on their side to fight Sharknadoes with cannonballs. There is also a Time-nado, which is like a Sharknado, but with space, time, and obviously sharks. They also have a robot Sharknado. But as far as Sharknado movies go, this one is just too simple. I prefer a higher level of complexity to my Sharknado. To be honest, I'm not even sure this Sharknado is S tier. Actually, who am I kidding? Of course it's S tier. Sharknado starts with S. Is it possible to make a movie with flying sharks in it any lower than S? No.